Good evening, everybody. Chris and Tiffany here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to this week's live video. We are here. We are back. We're ready to talk all things cruising.
Yes. So Texas Cruiser is here. Howdy, folks. Dilly's here. Hello, everyone. Attila the Fun is here. Man, I love that intro music metal.
Just get you pumped up, get you riled up, especially with a very interesting and unique subject that we are going to talk about tonight, because I have questions. I have lots and lots of questions on a particular subject tonight, but we're going to let everybody hop in, let everybody say hi.
Texas Cruiser says, love the metal. Connie says, ahoy, mateys.
Now, I saw the story you put out earlier, Texas Cruiser, about the Spectrum of the Seas, and I did see that story, but it's disappeared from Royal Caribbean site. So I don't know what's going on with them, but that is one of the things we are going to talk about tonight. But yeah, so that particular sailing has disappeared from Royal Caribbean's website already. It's like it popped on, which was really random that it popped on for just July, because it was still missing May and June.
Yeah.
And everything after it. So one of those weird, quirky things that just, who knows? Who absolutely knows? But before we get into cruise news, I just got to share this really, really interesting story. Well, hello, James. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Now, I don't know if anybody's been to Walmart recently and walked down the Christmas aisle to see all of the Christmas offerings that Walmart has for your stocking stuffers and all that kind of stuff. And usually they have all kinds of, some of it's good, some of it's bad, some of it's just take it or leave it sort of thing. But there was a group of people somewhere, some business somewhere. They were sitting around a table trying to come up with some unique stocking stuffers, saying, what could we possibly put out this year that is different from any other year that people will want to buy and want to put in their Christmas stocking? So I'm going to share a picture of what exactly Tiffany found for stocking stuffers here. Okay. And y'all take a look, because I really want to know.
And pay attention to the flavors.
Yeah, hold on. Let me fix this little problem here I've got going on here real quick. All right. I put it in the wrong spot, didn't I? Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Let me.
Well, while you're figuring that out, Texas Cruiser says it's because of Black Friday sale. It will pop back up Friday after the sale ends Thursday night, midnight.
Okay, here's where I need to add it.
And then Ray is here. Welcome, Ray.
That may be why Royal Caribbean's doing it. I think Royal Caribbean's let stuff slide before, but okay, here we go. This is what I wanted to show you guys right here. So they have some new candle options out for you this year. You can get fresh slice of pizza, blazing hot chips, first sip of a Diet Cola. I didn't realize that had a particular smell. Country Fair corn dogs, and dill pickles. Keep in mind, this is what a group of people sat around a table and said people want their candles to smell like this. Who has ever gone into the store and said, my God, I hope I can find a candle that makes my entire house smell like Country Fair corn dogs?
After smelling them, I don't want my house smelling like any of them.
Yeah, since Tiffany saw them in the store, I said, hey, Tiffany, do me a huge favor. Give them all a quick sniff, because I'm having button malfunctions. There we go. But yeah, so if you are looking for a unique stocking stuffer for some of those folks out there, perhaps they would care for a corn dog, dill pickle, or first sip of Diet Coke. How they pick Diet Coke. Coming to a cruise ship near you? Look for those in your gift store.
Connie's laughing. Texas Cruiser says, wow, what sense? Attila says, yuck. Texas Cruiser says, I trust Tiffany's advice. No way. Yeah, no.
I asked her, I said, sniff them and see. She just made faces. Make the face again.
Yeah, no. I mean, the popcorn was probably the closest, but it smelled like very day-old, stale, nasty.
Now, I suppose if you got one of each, lined them up and lit them all at the same time, you might smell like a county fair.
You might, but
yeah, a group of people said, you know what, this is a really good idea. Let's manufacture this. Let's put this out. Put it on the shelf. This is what the people want.
Although I will say,
you saw people buying them, didn't you?
No, but a week ago I was there and there was a bunch of Little Debbie candles. There was none left. So they want the Little Debbie smells.
Okay,
they
so
don't want
one smells like cake, one smells like a corn dog. I think there is a significant difference.
Yeah, but after smelling the Little Debbie ones, they were just as bad as the corn dog.
So if you've ever wondered, what do we do between live videos? We sent Tiffany to Walmart to sniff new candle flavors.
It was something to do.
Yeah, it was definitely something to do.
Ray says they smell, I say stink. James says, nope, not for me.
James, you don't want your house to smell like a room full of pickles. Who wouldn't want that?
Not I.
You know, here is a suggestion. You know, the new Carnival cruise ships, they're XL class. They have these diffusers around the ship that are supposed to spray like a smell.
So they're trying to be like Walt Disney World?
Kind of, but I think it's more sanitary purposes to keep the stank down. But I'm suggesting that maybe Walmart should change out their smells and put it all to corn dogs.
Let's not.
Around lunchtime, it's corn dogs. Maybe around dinner time, you get slice of no slice pizza be late at night. Little dill pickle in there. What do you think? You know, if you're up watching Movies in the Stars, they like to, spews out the popcorn one.
Texas Cruisers says the large Buc-ee's are great places to get stocking stuffers. We go to Texas City location all the time for gifts.
Buc-ee's is good.
Yeah.
Not a corn dog candle.
James says my house stinks enough from my cooking.
Tiffany has that problem too.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
No. Although you have said that my meal preps have smelled good.
What you cook for yourself smells good, but you cook for me is like, whoa, what is it? I'm not saying her cooking is bad, but the dog won't hang out in the kitchen either. So take what you want from that.
Chica's here. She says, hello, everyone. I made it.
Awesome. Welcome to the show. All right, so we're going to switch over to cruising. We're going to talk about some particular cruising information. Carnival has put out I guess it would be a public service announcement. I don't do a look here, people, and stop doing this sort of thing. And you think this might be common knowledge. All right. But it does seem like it's becoming a little more common. At least it's making the news a little more often. And this is emergency evacuations from cruise ships. The Coast Guard helicopter comes in. Now, I would naturally suggest, please don't get as close as you possibly can. Please don't gawk at the poor person that is having to be medically. Well, people do record, but that's not what's creating the issue. Especially when it's dusk or it's low light. People are taking pictures of the helicopter and not turning off their flash. So when pilots are coming in, depending on the time of day, especially if it's dark or getting dark, they are on night vision equipment. Helps them see in the dark. If you've ever been in the military, used any kind of NVGs, you know that a bright flash of light is blinding. And so if you are going to be the person that is taking pictures of the Coast Guard helicopters coming in, no matter what cruise line it is, turn off your flash. Do not flash the pilots. I know people don't do it on purpose. They're not purposely flashing the pilot, but stop, check, know ahead of time. Believe me, if you've ever worn night vision in a bright flash of light, it hurts your eyes. And so it is messing with the pilots as well.
In my personal opinion, they shouldn't be over there videoing and taking pictures in the first place. They should be clearing the area and giving them room to do what they need to do.
They do, but that doesn't stop people from hanging off balconies, being one deck up, one deck below, anything like that. Okay. So, and you're never going to get people to absolutely stop.
I know.
But at least be courteous about it, and definitely don't be taking video pictures of that particular individual that is sick or hurt or getting evacuated. So wanted to put that out. We have had some new itineraries come out. Princess Cruise Line has released some new itineraries for Canada and New England cruises off of the East Coast. Carnival has released some itineraries for New York and for the Radiance out of Long Beach, but we are still waiting on Royal Caribbean. They said they were going to begin releasing their Caribbean itineraries beginning on the 11th. Well, here we are on the 13th, and Royal Caribbean is not really releasing yet. I don't know if they're making last-minute changes, last-minute confirmations, if they're waiting to get through some Black Friday sales before they release new stuff. Don't know what Royal Caribbean's got going on. They had some stuff appear on their website that has disappeared. And the only thing we've been able to deduce so far is one sailing for Symphony of the Seas did show up for Galveston in July, was there for a little while, and then it automatically disappeared again. And currently they only have sailings up through April. So we're still waiting to see what Royal Caribbean is going to be putting out and to finally answer the question, are we going to actually get Icon of the Seas? I know that's been a debate amongst our group.
Chica says, yay, Carnival finally erased the itineraries.
Did I say Carnival? No, Carnival released itineraries for the
Oh,
Radiance.
that might be what that meant. Finally released. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know Radiance was one that was being asked for. They have finally released the Radiance. So that came out. All right. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about Haiti. I don't know if you guys have been following the news. Haiti really only comes into play. Royal Caribbean owned cruise ships do go to Liberty, Haiti. But there's been an interesting situation in Haiti where a Spirit Airlines airplane was landing in Haiti. Some of the local gang members and bad people there in Haiti shot at the aircraft while it was landing. And there are plenty of videos out there of there are bullet holes in this Spirit aircraft. Enough that they have canceled all flights coming in and out of Haiti, I believe, until the beginning of December. They've cut Haiti off. But Royal Caribbean is not going to stop going to Liberty. They said at this point they are going to continue going to Liberty. They have not canceled that cruise port, at least not yet. But they have had a reduction in the number of excursions being offered in Haiti. So if you're going to Liberty on Royal Caribbean, you may see a severe reduction in the number of excursions that are available. I know some that were already booked were canceled and refunded. And that's kind of Royal Caribbean's thing. Liberty's not right there where the issues are. It's not right there where the problems are. There is a separation between what's going on over here and Liberty itself. It is fenced, it is secured, it is a private area. But I hate to say it, if they're willing to shoot at a airplane, who's to say that they are not willing to do everything they can to shoot at a cruise ship? So,
Texas Cruiser says the Black Friday sale was supposed to end on the 11th, but Royal extended it till Thursday midnight, so the announcements were pushed back. Budgeting by Dina, welcome. Cruising next week, yay.
I don't know what this is, but I'm about to get rid of it. There we go. We will make that go away real quickly. There we go.
Chica, hopefully the cruise lines will stop going there.
So my question, where are you cruising to next week? What ship? And where are you going? I always like to hear about other people's adventures.
I do too. Alien says, good evening. Just popping in to say howdy. I'll watch the replay later to see what I missed. Tons of work this week.
I feel you on that one.
Yeah, I do too.
I definitely feel you on that one.
Ray, when they shoot at planes,
rethink.
Rethink.
Yeah, there were straight bullet holes in that Spirit aircraft, and honestly, that's pretty ballsy. That is pretty ballsy, but like I said, it is going to have clear effects because no aircraft in or out, no major commercial airliners. So, and you can't blame them. They can't afford to get their plane shot at. They have people on board. There were passengers on board that Spirit aircraft, and somebody was looking out for those folks.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank God for that.
Yes.
Thank God for that. Now, there is another possible storm area thingy, tropical storm, depression brewing up out there in the Caribbean. It's nothing yet, but it is worth keeping an eye on, especially as Raphael just went through and caused a bunch of itinerary changes before basically hooking left and disappearing. But there is another one out there brewing worth keeping an eye on. If you hear or see any changes, if it even develops into anything threatening, of course, we'll put that out.
Texas Cruiser said the calendar also showed Allure sailing out of Port Canaveral in October of 26. Of course, it disappeared too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of stuff disappeared. The only one I was really checking was Galveston, just to kind of see. I'm using that as my jump off point to see what's going to be moving around as soon as they actually clear and post anything. So we'll see if they extend that Black Friday, see if they do anything here again in a couple days. I'm just curious to see. I'm still not convinced Icon is coming anytime soon. I could absolutely be wrong, but I truly think Icon's movement is going to depend on Cozumel Beach Club being completed and Perfect Day Mexico being completed, personally. Especially with Icon being one of their best sellers currently out of Miami. But my prediction could absolutely be wrong. So, I don't work for Royal Caribbean, so they're not feeding me the inside scoop into my ear as much as I would like them to. I really would appreciate the call. Hey, this is what we're going to do next week.
Yeah, that would be great.
And that's been the majority of the major stories. Of course, we did the story about Enchantment. I think it was Enchantment, right? Yeah, Enchantment had one of those nice wind gusts hit the side of the ship, tilted it over a little bit, captain had to maneuver out of it. Now, on that one, initially they had reported that they were going to continue on their voyage, but they did end up having to go back to the Canary Islands, offloaded a medical emergency because they were doing a transatlantic. It was easier to go back, get that done. Did cause a 3-day delay, but they are back out sailing normal. And when that ship tilts, it happens. It's not super often, but it has happened even to us. Mm-hmm. One time on Voyager of the Seas, and yeah, it's a freaky thing when it's happening because, like I said, your whole cruise ship is suddenly looking like this, plates and flying, everything sliding. It's a scary situation, but it definitely can happen.
Texas Cruiser says Icon won't head to Galveston until Icon 3 is completed and heading to Miami. Margaret, welcome.
Was it Explorer?
Says I thought it was Explorer that listed.
It could have been Explorer. I sometimes when I get live, I get confused. So yeah, it might not have been Enchanted. It might have been Explorer. Yeah, that actually is right.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the correction. But you are absolutely correct. And that has been the most exciting, I think, of the cruise news. It's actually been fairly quiet the last 2 days. It did pop off quite a bit of stuff popped off today, and I'll be talking about that here over the next couple of days. You got puppy powers?
Yeah. Well, he was asleep.
I think like I said, the most exciting thing we've had here prior to today was corn dog scented candles in the Walmart. So what do you have? The Disney Treasure showed up
at Port Canaveral.
At Port Canaveral?
Yes, I do.
Are you excited?
Yes.
The Disney Treasure rescued people on her way over there?
Yes, I do.
You knew that already?
Yeah.
How many new songs does the Disney Treasure Horn play?
I know of 2.
But it plays more than 2.
I know it plays more than 2, but they only keep playing the 2. Texas says on Harmony, present sailing, they dropped 2 Bahama ports due to high winds. Harmony will go to Coco Cay only before coming back to Galveston.
Yeah, hurricane season's. I mean, we're at the tail end of it, but it's having itself a good time.
Tilla says Carnival sailing to Hawaii next month. 14-day journey cruise out of LA. Looks great for sea days.
Now, you know what's super interesting about that? And this is stuff I cover normally on Saturdays and Sundays, but there is a platinum member out there fixing to become diamond that is pushing, and is convinced that if you are on a journey cruise, you must wear a tuxedo to dinner.
You have fun with that.
They're saying because journey cruises are mostly platinum and diamonds, they're just top level tier people. Top level tier people never break the rules and always want to dress formally in the main dining room. But we'll talk about that on Saturday. I just thought about it because since they're going on a journeys cruise.
If that's what floats their boat. Let them.
No, they're talking about you two.
No, that doesn't.
A tuxedo for you.
That does not float my boat.
I would hope water floats your boat.
Ray said, "Is that your Mickey Minnie Christmas?"
No, that's her
Thanksgiving one.
That's her fall Thanksgiving one.
Yeah.
She has Mickey Minnie for every single season and just about every single holiday. So now that we finished Halloween, this is fall Mickey and Minnie. After Thanksgiving, it will switch. Unfortunately, she'll make me to Christmas Mickey and Minnie.
And my leaf wreath.
Yeah, she has something for every season when it comes to Disney, and she changes out our backgrounds according to holidays.
Yeah.
So
I like my leaf wreath. Turned out a little bit bigger than I thought it would, but
yeah, Tiffany actually made the wreath herself. She actually homemade that, so I don't mind putting that up. I'm pretty proud of her when she gets all Mickey-ified. Oh, okay.
Margaret said, I recently discovered your channel and have been really enjoying your Whatever Cruiser Wants videos. The entitlement of some people never ceases to amaze me.
Well, thank you for joining us. We're always happy to have new people. Thank you for coming to the live video. Usually on our lives, we share information, and then we just kind of talk about whatever everybody else is talking about. But we're always happy to have new people, new members.
Yes.
Really appreciate it.
James says, we all agree. Love the Saturday shows.
Those Saturday shows.
And it's funny because it just started off as a one-time thing.
Yeah, originally that was supposed to have been a one-time show. I was like, man, I need some content. And that's what I came up with. And here we are. We're 140 some odd episodes into that particular show. And I'm just saying, I have noticed that people talking about those comments have begun to spread to other channels here over the last 6 months or so. And we've been doing it for a couple years. Not saying we started it, not saying we're the first, but I do see a lot more people
doing it,
playing in our end of the pool.
Let's see. Attila, good thing I still got my neon purple tuxedo for the MDR every night on a journey cruise. They didn't specify what color. There you go. I like it.
We will require pictures.
Sheikah says, oh, I remember the days when people really dressed up. Those days are long gone. I think Kennard is the only one that still requires it.
Yeah, other than the fancies.
Yeah. Ray says formal, ? T-shirts and jeans.
What? I gotta wear pants.
Yeah. James says, so where are you going on the new Disney ship? I haven't even gotten on the Wish yet.
She's a couple Disney ships off yet, but I'm sure she's already out there plotting it.
Yeah. Regal Princess said all repairs are completed and they will cruise starting this weekend.
Well, here's hoping the fourth time is the charm. I tell you what, I utterly believe that it's going to happen, but let's get past less than 2 days before we cruise. we'll jump on that convincing bandwagon. Because I said that last week. Wednesday, Thursday, I said, Regal Princess, good to go. And then as soon as I said it in a news video, they went and canceled the dang cruise.
Yep.
With less than 2 days ahead of it. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to see Regal Princess actually sail off with passengers before I'm fully endorsing that statement.
Sheikah says, welcome, Margaret. Connie says, yes, yes, yes. I noticed that too. I think they are copycats.
It's a funny subject.
Yeah.
And it is a funny subject, and I completely agree. And I'm glad everybody does their thing, but
Attila says, yeah, Tony likes to do them from time to time.
I'll say nothing.
Mexican Cruiser says, Attila, they will throw you off the ship if you wear that.
No. Now that he said it, now I'm thinking I would no. I saw some suits that light up and flash. You know the ones I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to put a suit on, that's fine. You know what? I'm going to wear a suit and I'm going to wear a tie. And it's going to be the absolute craziest thing I could freaking find.
Yeah.
I want it to light up, flash, a sign on the back that blinks while I'm at the table that goes, I am diamond, I am diamond, I am diamond.
Rick says, don't know, but keep it up. James is laughing at Texas Cruiser. Attila, haha, Rick, I'm kidding. I can't even stand to wear a tie these days. I worked in a tie for work years ago, and I hated it.
Yeah, even in business, for a lot of them have gone to a much more business casual type atmosphere. You know, the days of the three-piece suit, the tie is, in a lot of settings is not even a thing anymore. Even business is getting away from that. Cruise lines have gotten away from that. For those that don't want to, cruise lines have gotten away from it. Of course, if you're on the cruise and it is that night, actually, if it's any night, it doesn't even have to be formal night. It could be Caribbean night in the main dining room for all that matters. If you want to wear a tuxedo and a ball gown, you do you.
That's what I say.
Absolutely, you do you. Want to wear a tuxedo every night to dinner? Wear it. You don't want to wear it? Don't wear it. You want to wear a bright purple suit? Wear that too. The key, and we've said it time and time again, is you go in the main dining room, you enjoy your dinner, you enjoy your conversation, and quit worrying about what Bob is doing across the dining room, and you will have a much better time.
Yeah, exactly. Margaret said, I took my sister on her first cruise on Navigator of the Seas for Halloween. Oh, I bet she loved that. Mm-hmm. And she did. She loved it. Crew was great. Food was good. No drama from passengers. I recommend that ship and crew for a quick trip to Mexico.
Love that. We have not been on Navigator. We were on one of the end ships though. Which one were we on? I can't remember. But that particular class of ship, that is one of our absolute favorite classes of ship from Royal Caribbean. I think they're just perfectly sized, which is why we're super excited. We're going to be on Mariner of the Seas coming up here just a little over 6 weeks away. Mm-hmm. We will be out on Mariner of the Seas, and it's just our preferred class of Royal Caribbean ship. I think they're super perfect. As a matter of fact, they sent us our option for Royal Up for our cabin. So we're going to throw some Royal Up bids in this week and see what we can get on the cheap.
Yep. Texas Cruiser says, laugh out loud. I agree with you, Attila. I wear fishing shirts and Hawaiian shirts while I work. That's the business clothing if you work on the island. That and shorts. Yep.
I wear shorts and T-shirts to work every day. Every day. And I do work for a actual business.
I wear jeans and a T-shirt.
Yeah, Tiffany has. But you can wear shorts.
I can wear shorts.
Even Tiffany can wear shorts to her actual job these days.
Attila says, tell you what, I saw a guy with a very shiny gold jacket. I'll ask him where to get one and try wearing that in MDR. No tie, though.
No, I want one of those big joke bow ties that sticks out like this far.
Yeah.
Or one that comes up and the top of it looks like carnival funnels.
That'd be awesome. You could probably find somebody to make that.
Something like that. Wear what makes you happy in the dining room. Obviously, no bathing suits. Don't have your goodies hanging out, things like that. But let people be people.
Yeah.
People, everybody on there, you don't like the way they're dressed. And as long as it's not obviously vulgar, disgusting, you don't want butt cheeks on the chairs in the main dining room because they're trying to go in there in a swimsuit or something like that. But everybody on the ship, paid to be on that ship. They paid to have their vacation, and the time of entitlement is people are still entitled, demanding this, demanding that, but we continue to find out week after week that they can act and demand and act entitled all they want. They're not getting their way.
Yeah. Attila says they like the funnel tie. That's a good idea.
Let's see if someone can make us a funnel tie.
Find some for the group cruise.
Make us all wear funnel ties?
Maybe. A lot of Texans wear suit jackets without ties. Yes, with blue jeans.
With jeans, yep.
Yep. Margaret says, I work from home, so I rarely have to dress up anymore. I agree, though. Who cares what someone else is wearing? I don't worry about it. Went out to dinner at home, so why would I care on vacation?
Absolutely. Because if Bob, Frank, Mildred, Jennifer, whatever across the dining room is wearing something, as long as it's not nasty, is wearing something, how does that ever affect the taste of your food? I have never once been in the dining room with Tiffany. We're sitting there, we're enjoying our dinner. I've looked over, saw something, and said, oh my God, my dessert is ruined. Take it away. Never once. And apparently there are people out there that's how they feel, and it really, really, really bothers them.
Yeah. Chica agrees with Margaret.
Well, the one I saw today, and again, we'll go into depth on. I will go in depth to it on Saturday. Was somebody accused John Heel today of being too British and not enough American?
He is British. He is not American.
I get it, but they wanted him to just talk and speak and use words and phrases that were Americans because the majority of his audience was American. And believe me, I'll have a whole rant and rave about that this weekend. But some people, a cruise is made up from people, passenger-wise, can come from just about anywhere. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you might have a lot of people on a U.S. sailing, might be from the United States, but they're from all different parts of the United States. You can have your folks from Canada. You can have folks from further south. You can have folks come from across the pond to sail on cruises that leave out of the United States for specific itineraries. So not everybody passenger-wise on that ship is going to be American. Okay, not everybody that sails on a cruise line is American because while you mostly hear about cruises out of America from Americans, cruise lines sail from around the world. Yeah. And then the crew isn't from America. Very rarely will you see an American crew member other than here or there, except for, of course, Norwegian cruise lines. Ship. There wasn't U.S. flagship. I just completely blanked out. But to complain to those people that they're not American enough, don't sound American enough, don't use American enough phrases, that's another one that always really perturbs me because it's, America is not the damn center of the universe. I'm an American, proud to be an American. But we ain't the center of the damn universe.
Yeah. Tilla says, yeah, wear what you want. In general, especially in cruising, formal suits, touches, ties, and evening gowns are less popular at a formal event. Just times changed. Mm-hmm. Chica says, laugh out loud. I don't know why those people go on vacation.
Don't either.
Texas Cruiser. In the early days, I packed 2 suits for a cruise. Now I will pack a vest and a dress shirt, but no jacket. I may pack a pair of slacks or usually a pair of nice dark blue jeans.
Exactly. And it's everybody do you. Mm-hmm. And if you can do you while being polite and respectful to those around you, that's it. No issues, no problems, and there shouldn't be. But remember, there's always going to be that one that's never going to be happy.
Jilla says, me too, Rick. I still bring a sport coat, but may cut back on that. Pack light these days. My old back likes light luggage.
I'm not even sure if I don't even think I own a sport coat anymore.
No, you have a white button up and a tie.
There we go.
Sheikah said my husband did too. He does not even wear a tie anymore.
Exactly. And I get where at one time that was very popular, and some people do like it still, and that's perfectly okay. But a lot of people are wanting to get away from that kind of stuff. You know, when you pack for vacation, you pack shorts and t-shirts and sandals, flip-flops, comfortable tennis shoes, whatever the case may be. And you just spend a great day either by the pool or off in port. For a lot of people to come back and get dressed up just to go eat dinner is not super high on the priority list anymore.
No.
You know, ask them to bring 80s clothes on the ship for an 80s party, a white night, or a disco. Boy, they're on top of that.
Yes. Yeah. Margaret wants to know, what is the group cruise I heard you mention?
All right, so we are doing a high seas cruising group cruise. It is going to be October the 3rd, 2026, on board the Carnival Magic sailing out of Miami. We're going to Half Moon Cay, San Juan, Puerto Rico, St. Thomas, and St. Martin. If you go over to our Facebook page, if you have Facebook, you can join our group over there. And I have the information listed on it over there as far as all that kind of stuff. But that's what the group cruise is. And it's pretty much going to be the folks you see here in the chat are going to be the folks heading over there with us to do that. But we got lots of time and stuff to work on that. I've got to get some emails out that I was supposed to get out this week. I kind of messed couple things up that I had to get fixed.
All right. Ray says, we are on Holland America for Christmas, and bags are 3/4 packed, and PJs also.
For the main dining room for breakfast.
Yes. Yes.
No pictures. It didn't happen.
Sheikah says, we are getting older, so it's hard to carry heavy luggage.
That's why ours have wheels, and we give them to the porters.
Yes. Texas Cruiser says, so am I, Sheikah, laughing out loud. Margaret says she will check it out.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's on there's two high seas pages over there on Facebook. One of them is a regular one of them is the private group. If you want to join the group, just hit join and I approve it as soon as I see it. So, but it's on both. I do post it on there on both. So, and you're absolutely welcome to come join us over there.
Texas Cruiser says, have a great cruise, Ray. I know, I'm jealous.
For Christmas?
He's going on a cruise.
Oh, well, yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you can't go on a cruise at Christmas.
I know.
Otherwise, I take you on a cruise at Christmas.
I know. One day.
I could go on a cruise at Christmas and come back and tell you about it. How would you feel? Would that be okay?
No.
I'll have pictures as proof.
You wouldn't be allowed back in the house.
Because I went and enjoyed Christmas cruises without you?
Yes.
Okay. What if I went on a Disney cruise at Christmas without you?
Yeah, then nobody would find you.
Next week's live has officially been canceled due to the fact the host is missing after his Disney cruise. Solo Disney cruise. Okay, but she said it here on live. If I disappear, you know who did it. I got beat with the Mickey Mouse.
That's so awesome, though, that he's going.
Yeah, a Christmas cruise is awesome. It is great. All right, just some update information. I know we had said we were only going to be moving the live videos to 6:30 for last week and this week, and then next week we will be back at 6 o'clock. Unfortunately, that has changed again as of today. They will continue to be 6:30 at night. So I don't know if everybody's okay with that. Like I said, we can move it possibly up till 7 if that works, but I know people got different things going on. So if everybody's good with 6:30, it is going to be 6:30 for the live videos on Wednesday going forward in the future. Fortunately, I got offered something at work today, and I had to say yes because it was a good deal, and It's going to keep me busy till 6 o'clock from now on. Thought it was only going to be 2 weeks, but turns out it is not.
Texas Cruiser says, hey, I'm whining and crying about no skeet shooting off the stern. Darn it. That was last week.
True.
We talked about that last week.
Mm-hmm.
Ray says that Christmas is fantastic.
Yeah.
Sheikah says she will divorce you if you go without her.
Now, I have taken her on a Disney Christmas cruise.
Yes.
She has been on one.
That was the very first cruise I ever went on.
So don't let her fool you that she's never been on Disney during Christmas time. So ship was decorated and all that kind of stuff.
Texas Cruiser says 6:30 works great for me. Sheikah says I am okay with 6:30. James says that's 7:30 Eastern time, folks.
Yeah, 7:30 Eastern time, 6:30 Central time, 5:30 Mountain Standard Time, and then whatever the heck Arizona is on. They don't change, so I'm not real sure where they actually land and fall. Yeah, and that's going to be for a while at least through the end of the year. We will see after we get back from Mariner of the Seas how that is going to go into effect. Well, like I said, I got offered a change of positions at work today that was totally in my benefit. So 4:30 Pacific time. I didn't think you guys were that far behind us.
2 hours.
Wow, that's early.
Yeah. Ray says you are here when you are here. Just make the magic happen.
All right. I appreciate everybody being here, but I don't know how much magic I'm making happen right now. I don't know.
You're putting together a group cruise? That's pretty magical.
That's something.
Hit the like button.
Thank you, James. I really, really appreciate that. You know what? I need to make James like an administrator so he can be at his house just making that like button stuff happen for me in the background. Because if James did remind every week, I would totally forget that. But yeah, everybody, if you would, please hit that like button. It does actually help. It lets YouTube know, hey, people are watching this, and we'll suggest our live to more people. We can get more people in here. Truth of the matter is, the more viewers, not that we want to turn into something so huge we can't even answer questions and have a good conversation, but the more people we get, the more people that view, the more people that stay, the more times we get to go cruising and share more cruising videos. So
James says, glad to help.
We really, really do appreciate it. All right. I think we're actually going to wrap it up a little bit early today. This late start's kind of throwing things off a little bit.
Texas Cruiser says, what a great story about Disney Treasure making a rescue in the middle of an Atlantic crossing. Those people are very lucky. Yes, they are. I saw the video of them, and they took the lifeboat.
Yeah, and I got some video I will be sharing in tomorrow's news video.
Yes.
So I've got some stuff coming up about that as well. Yeah, it is really good that they just happened to be in the right spot at the right time. They said Disney Treasure was closest, and so she headed on over to make it happen.
Yes.
Cruise ships are super good. I mean, besides the fact that it's the law, it's maritime law, you know, they must stop and render aid. They don't hesitate. They don't hiccup. They don't anything. They just boom, 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 boom. And they're constantly out there saving people, getting people taken care of. They're going above and beyond what the law requires. You know, they're actually putting heart into it.
Yeah.
And it makes a true difference.
James wants to know if anybody has done a MSC in the Yacht Club.
Yeah, we haven't. Our first MSC cruise isn't until next November. Is it Ship Life? I think the channel is Ship Life. I know he did MSC in the Yacht Club.
Texas Cruiser says, I appreciate you guys. Love your videos and stories. Sheikah says, that is my biggest fear about doing a transatlantic. All the other cruises are close to shore. Attila says it was a great rescue and they weren't even carrying passengers yet, just getting ready for first cruise, and boom, they got their first passengers from the sea. I like it.
I do too. That is a unique beginning to the first people that I would have technically ever sailed on board a ship that weren't crew.
Yeah, they were rescues.
They were rescued from the sea. I like that. That brings like it to a whole nother like thinking level.
Yeah, exactly. Chica says I have yet to try MSC.
Yeah, but I want to say it's Jay from Ship Life. I think he just did MSC Yacht Club. I was watching one of his videos the other day, and when I thought Yacht Club, that looks like some damn outstanding cruising. I'm not gonna lie. No, you get like your own check-in because you're Yacht Club. They escort you onto the cruise ship because you're Yacht Club. You have like 4 decks that are all for you. Elevators that work just for your Yacht Club. Yeah, it's a thing. I've heard some. Yeah, I would do it. Given the opportunity, I sure would.
James says there have been a few reviews on the Yacht Club on MSC, and I like it. Sounds nice. Chica said yes, he did. So the person you were talking about, Texas Cruiser. A lot of us will be trying MSC when they start sailing out of Galveston.
Yes, we will.
Margaret says that EECC Travels and Life Well Cruised both have recent Yacht Club videos up. And Texas Cruiser says Jay with Ship Life has great videos.
Yeah, I like Jay's stuff because being an ex-crew member, he used to be a crew member and entertainer on board cruise ships. So he is able to provide a unique perspective as both passenger and as one-time crew member. So he does really good stuff.
James says having a butler would be new to me. Yeah, I'd have to tell the butler go take the day off.
Well, it's not even they have a concierge desk and all this kind of stuff. But like when you board the cruise ship, instead of you going up, you don't board with everybody else, but you're like escorted onto the cruise ship like VIP treatment and taken to your cabin. And in his video, he said by the time he got to his room, his luggage was already there. And then he went to do something real quick, make some reservations for dinner. When he came back, his room steward had unpacked his suitcases and put all his stuff away. Things like that you get in the Yacht Club. Okay. That you turn your back for a second and they unpack your luggage.
Attila said, I'd be happy with the MSC's balcony. Me too. But the Yacht Club looks really cool in fancy pants.
I would try it once for sure. But yeah, just FYI, if you're trying it, apparently they unpack your luggage, so don't put anything in there you don't want your room steward to have his hands on because he don't put your underwear away. Yeah. So
Chica says, by the way, he is very nice. I met him on the Pride last year, and he took the time to chat with us for about half an hour. I really appreciated that.
Yeah, if we're still talking about Jay, he seems like a very, very down-to-earth, approachable individual. If I ever come across him on a cruise, I would definitely want to say hi to him. He's worth checking out.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of interesting stuff, and he has a lot of cruising experience. So, yeah, there are a lot of good creators out there. There really are. There's a bunch of boneheads out there, too. There's an absolute huge bunch of boneheads out there. I had it saved, and I don't know what I did with it, but I saw I remember what it was. On one of those Facebook pages, Carnival of the whatevers or whatevers, someone was posting on there that Carnival was about to start laying off a bunch of employees. They were fixing to do large numbers of layoffs and all this other kind of, which they're not. They're hiring. But it's like completely unfounded. So there's some bozos out there that just put bozo stuff up there.
When does MSC come to Galveston?
November 9th. November 9th, 2025 is the first sailing out of Galveston for MSC out of the brand new cruise terminal. So it's going to be a whole bunch of firsts that particular day. Tiffany and I are already booked on it. I doubt we're going to be the only ones that are going to be on that particular sailing too.
Sheikah says, question to all of you. Do you guys think the Yacht Club and the Haven on NCL are considered first class, but they don't call it that?
Yes. And when I think of first class, I think of like airlines. And so, yeah, I would consider that to be first class. I mean, they have like their own private restaurants that are only available for Yacht Club, different activities and dining venues that are only available for Yacht Club. Very similar to first class on an airline. You're sitting in first class, you're getting food and picking meals and special treatments. And if you're sitting back by the toilet in row 38, you ain't getting it.
Yeah.
But you get what you pay for.
Margaret says, yes, if you're comparing it to airlines. James said, yes, I would from all the reviews I've seen.
I would absolutely consider it first class. And I'm not going to knock anybody. We don't do that a whole lot because if we stay in a much cheaper cabin and we don't stay in first class, we get more cruises per year. That's kind of the theory. But if the opportunity was to ever come up and present itself just right, heck yeah, I'd jump all over that.
Yeah. Texas Cruiser says, when I first cruised in 88, we sailed first class. There was a second class and a third class too. I believe that.
Mm-hmm. Well, prior to what it is now, they've taken the classes out of it. But sailing was always that.
Yeah.
You always had your first class, your second class, and your third class and steerage passengers. You've seen the movie Titanic.
Yeah.
That is a real sailing classes for the time. So that's not anything weird or new or anything like that. It's just the way sailing was always done. And when cruises first kicked off, they went with a lot of the ocean style cruising classifications because that's what everybody knew. Cruising's morphed into what it is now.
Yeah. Sheikah says that's what I'm talking about. Attila the Fun says, I don't think even Carnival uses the term first class anymore. They call it something else. I forgot the reason, but everyone changed the class name out of cruises, but not airlines.
I think it probably, and I don't know the exact reason, this is purely a guess, it probably had to do with the stigma that came with it. If you do look at movies like Titanic, first class was hoity-toity, third class was eating leftovers down at the bottom of the ship and weren't allowed to go different places. And while it is still like that, in theory, just don't call it that anymore, like you said. But I think it had to do with the connotation of the words, more than anything.
James says, what I like is the nice quiet spots around the yacht club where you can relax and read and just view the waves on your cruise. Yep. Sheikah says, no, they don't use the classes anymore.
Mm-hmm. No, I, from what I've seen for the yacht club, if it was just right at the right time and something we could do, I would definitely at least give it a try. My biggest problem with the fancier the area gets, the less it suits my personality, right?
Yeah.
You could go eat in the chef's table. Awesome dining experience from what everybody tells me. But I don't eat that kind of food. I don't usually enjoy the things that they serve in the chef's table. I'm a much simpler human being. A good burger, a nice baked Alaska, a good dessert. And I'm usually generally happy. Main dining room menus are about as hoity-toity as I like to get in most cases. Tiffany can drag me into a steakhouse if it's got a good burger. I am just not a sophisticated soul. When it comes to food and eating, I like it good, but I don't like it super, super fancy. That's probably describes me, right? Give me a good pepperoni pizza. I'm happy all day. You could be sitting next to me eating lobster and crab legs and escargots and caviars. I don't want any of that. Leave me with my pepperoni pizza. So a lot of that stuff that comes with the first class, it's just not my speed.
Yeah, but just think you could have that butler have an energy drink standing there waiting for you.
Go get it my damn self.
This is true. This is true. Sheikah says someday when I am rich. James agrees.
Yeah, as I said, I would try it one time to check off the experience.
Yeah.
To just say, I've done it. I like it. Just like I want to do canard. I know it's formal. I know it's not my thing, but I still want to do it and check the box.
Yeah.
You know, so I can actually speak to it and say, yeah. But I'm a shorts, t-shirt, and regular food kind of guy.
Yep.
I'll try things on cruise ships, but I'm not a sophisticated individual.
Tony of Lolita Loca is on NCL Haven Cruise today, and he said it's very quiet and relaxing and not chaos like the rest of the ship.
Well, I know for MSC's Yacht Club, only 300 passengers are even allowed to be in that area. That's like maximum capacity. Every yacht club cabin is booked 300.
Yeah.
And you're talking on these ships where they have these massive yacht clubs that are 4 decks. You know, they're 5,000, 6,000 passenger cruise ships. 300 can be in the yacht club. So, yeah, it's going to be quiet. It's going to be relaxing. It's definitely going to be away from the chaos. You're not going to have, you know, some of that stuff that goes on where us regular passengers are at.
Where the little people are.
Mm-hmm. Where the little folks hang out.
You know what, though? Sometimes those little folks have more fun.
This from the girl who, if ever given the opportunity, will only fly first class now.
Yeah.
I made the mistake of saying, you know what, you deserve it, baby. Now it's set in her mind.
Yeah.
She said, I will never fly coach again.
Yeah.
So if I took her to someplace like the Yacht Club or the Haven or something like that, I don't know if we'll ever be in an interior cabin down low ever again.
James says, until I seen that too, looks awesome, but as a solo and single cruiser, it's out of my pay range.
Yeah, unfortunately, James, a lot of them are dirty on that.
Sheikah says, I am not snooty, but I do like to feel special sometimes, even if I have to pay the price. I'm the same way.
Oh, yeah, no, I completely agree. I said, we would try it. It's nice every once in a while. It's not my personality, but that's a me thing. That's not a no one else should do it thing.
Yeah.
And Tiffany does enjoy a little pampering here and there. She's good for it. So, but the idea, the thought of, you know, I know someone have the concierge and the butlers and stuff like that. I could never make him go get my drink or fetch me. You know what I mean? No.
Tilla says, yeah, you get lunch in club with white tablecloths, full service, top-notch food and all that instead of packed buffet line. It's different for sure. Not me, though.
I don't know. The not getting the packed buffet line. That has some appealing qualities to it.
Sheikah says, honestly, I would buy a first-class airline ticket before I do first class on a cruise. Yeah, I think so, too.
Yeah, well, my distaste of flying in general.
Jeannie, sorry if I messed up your name. I'm sorry. Going on celebrity retreat in March with a butler for a first time. Believe I will be down at the main pool enjoying the real peeps of the world.
Hey, you know what? But if you got the opportunity to go, you have the opportunity to do it. Enjoy it.
Yep, exactly.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Just to say you did.
Yeah, if nothing else, just to say you did it. And you may be like, you know what? This is not for me. Well, you don't spend the money on it in the future. Or it is for you, and you do. It's the best thing about cruising. You can stay in a suite. You can stay in the Haven, the yacht clubs, or whatever it is. You could get a balcony cabin, or you could be down on deck 2 in an inside cabin having the time of your life.
Mm-hmm. It's what you make it.
But that's the beautiful part about cruising. It's got a thing for everybody.
Yep.
You know, it's not just one or the other. you know. And then no matter where you stay on the ship, you can sit next to each other in the restaurant, you can sit next to each other in the theater, and you can swim and hang out by the same pool.
Yeah. Ray says, get your Black Russians. Sheikah at Jean, you will like celebrity. Texas Cruiser, there you go, Sheikah. I love the attention when I sail in a junior suite or a grand suite. And James is agreeing with Ray. Black Russians are a very good drink.
I do not believe I've ever had one of those. Do you know what that? You might know what that is.
I've had white Russians, but not Black Russians.
Why is your Russian got to be white?
Made in the middle.
All right. Now we really are going to get ready to wrap this up. That just made a weird that just kind of said. But we want to thank everybody for being here. We really, really appreciate it.
It's Sheikah at Texas Cruiser. You are rich. I sail balconies.
I will sail an inside cabin. Do not get me wrong. Inside cabin deck 2, sign me up. I got no problem with taking that cabin just to get on a cruise ship.
Yep.
At all, any day of the week. So
I fell in love with old fashions during the Hurricane Milton cruise on Harmony. I haven't had one of those either.
That's because we don't drink.
No, we don't.
Very, very rarely.
No. But we've had trash can.
We've had trash cans,
yeah.
Dirty bananas,
yeah,
and tequila.
And tequila, yeah. But we don't drink.
But we don't drink. Not on land or in the United States.
Yeah.
Foreign countries, it doesn't count. You know, it's like Vegas. You know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But what happens in other countries stays in other countries. And then you come home and say you don't do it.
So it says, I will admit I'd like a cabin with a fully stocked minibar for free and lots of space. Hey, I can be spoiled easy. My husband was traumatized on an inside cabin on the Firenze. We had 2 of the grandkids with us.
Okay. An inside cabin, 4 people, that would be traumatic. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Because if it's the way, you know, especially if you have that layout where it's the 2 beds and then the 2 buds that come down on top of your bed, well, you sit up wrong in the middle of the night. Now you're unconscious for half your cruise.
Yep.
You can't walk around the sides of the bed at all because, I get where that would be traumatizing.
Yeah.
And I will say, anytime we've ever traveled with the kids, it's always been in balcony, at minimum balcony.
Texas Cruisers is asking for trouble with that sheet.
Yep. That's that horrible. That would be absolutely traumatic. And I would never recommend to anybody traveling with more than 2 people to get in those crazy rooms, because that's got to be, that's some tight quarters. And when the kids were younger, I learned that raising boys, the one that we have, and they reach a certain age in their teenage life.
They smell.
Yeah, where they are no longer friends with soap.
They stink.
They stink. And so an inside cabin with that going on was no.
Yeah, no.
I would book balconies on purpose so we could open the door and air him out.
Until I said, with kids need a balcony at least. Sheikah says, I won't even tell you what my preteen grandson did. Oh.
I can only imagine boys can travel their own unique path.
Yeah.
But all right, we're going to be here all night. So, like I said, we are going to get ready to shut up. We will be back next week, 6:30 for the live video. We will be here. We will be ready. Tiffany's going to be doing the introduction. Tiffany's going to be leading next week's show. She's going to say no now, but you know what? We're going to set it up. Tiffany, you are in charge next week. It's going to be High Seas Cruising Live with Tiffany.
It's going to be really quiet.
I'll get one of those joy buzzers, and when she stops, we'll press it a couple times and get her going.
Jonah says I put my teens in an inside cabin across the hall from us. Once it worked okay. Felt sorry for the cabin steward. They were pretty messy.
Yeah, now if you can put your teens in a room all by themselves, that's okay. You know, especially if you can get a balcony cabin and then they go to an inside cabin right across from you, that's even better.
Yes.
I have no problem with locking children in an interior cabin.
Texas Cruiser says, everyone have a great week.
Yep, so we will be back. I will have new videos coming out. Of course, Saturday we will have our comments video. Sunday we will have surveys. A lot of good surveys have come out this week. People have just asked for the damnedest things, and I love it that they come out in surveys now, because I mean that's just the physical proof right now that they are absolutely wrong.
Yep.
And I love it, love it, love it. So thank you everybody for being here. We really, really appreciate it. Love these conversations. But I gotta go feed Tiffany, because it is getting a little bit later here. Show moves a little bit later. Tiffany's looking at me like, you know, I ain't had my supper yet, right? You know I'm hungry, right? You know I gotta go to bed in an hour, right? So she has to go to bed and dream of Disney cruises and the one she's going to be taking in the future over Christmas.
Yes.
I will look for it. I will definitely be looking for that. So good night, everybody. Really appreciate you being here. And like always,
we'll see you out on the high seas.
Good night, everybody.